How you guys doing over here? Is he busting some fat ones?
Hey, yo!
So first off, allow me to say that Tony Hawk's Underground has been one of my favorite games ever since I was a kid. I've been playing it as long as I can remember, and I can say without a doubt that it's in my top 5. Top 3? Depends on how I'm feeling that day. But there's always been one thing about Underground, and especially Underground 2, that's bothered me. Besides the fact there's no Underground 3. And that thing is how inconsistently written Underground 2 is in comparison to the first one. Simply speaking, Underground 2 is supposed to be a sequel to the first game, right? Unless I'm mistaken, and it was just in the lore that it's an alternate universe or some shit, and I just wasn't informed. Underground 2 is supposed to be a direct-ish sequel to the first game. So, if that's supposed to be the case, can somebody, anybody, explain to me why the custom skater, and to a certain extent Eric, but I'll get to him, is treated like a scrub in this game?
Come on, Bam, make up your mind.
What's there to the side?
Are you serious? You can't decide between me and a kid in a body cast?
Can anybody explain that to me? I've never understood it. To really let it sink in how good of a skater this dude is, I'm just gonna recap some things he did in the first game just to really refresh your memory in case you haven't played these games in a long time. You know Chad Muska, the same Chad Muska that came to New Jersey to do a skate demo, the same Chad Muska that showed off his nice car with all of this shit in it? This guy, a random nobody from New Jersey, managed to impress him enough to not only have him suggest to go get sponsored by his local skate shop, but also enough to give him his own fucking board.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks.
Just a couple of hours after that, he heads on down to Peralta's shop, and it turns out he ain't there. But one of the guys on his team says if he can go around and impress all the riders on Peralta's team, they'll put in a good word.
Mr. Peralta's not here right now, but if you want to be sponsored by his skate shop, you'll need to impress the riders on his team. If you get us to sign off on you, you're in.
So what do you think this guy does? Later down the line, and you might not believe me if you haven't played this game before, the local drug dealers in the neighborhood actually took off with a bunch of stuff from Peralta's shop. Eric is over here cowering in the corner, and Sean is trying to come up with a plan to get the boards back, but he's not too eager to do it because, as he says,
most of them are pretty fried, so it should be easy to stay out of earshot, but they're unpredictable and dangerous.
Which makes sense, considering they're drug dealers and addicts. But fuck that. You know what this kid says?
It's my neighborhood. I'll do it.
And do it he fucking does. Charges straight into the middle of the fucking drug den and gets the shit back. No questions asked. If that's not reliable, I don't know what is. And, fun fact, he did all of this shit in one day. From the afternoon to nighttime, he managed to impress Chad Muska, get a free board, put in work to impress Stacy Peralta's guys, and get stuff back from the shop. I mean, come on, man. But you know what? Let's skip a little bit forward, shall we? This kid goes all the way down to Tampa after impressing Stacy enough to actually get sponsored. Gets his van, has to run around being an errand boy for the cops, but, you know, that's not important, so we're not going to talk about it. After all that, finally makes it down to the Tampa Am, and Eric, being the great friend he is, didn't even fucking sign him up for it.
It's closed to the public.
Now check the list. Eric Sparrow, a.k.a. the guy who's gonna win Best Trick tomorrow.
A.K.A. Cocky Knucklehead. Okay, you're in. Whoa, easy there, Chief. The list's all checked off.
What? You signed us both up, right?
Whoa. I mean, I sent my form in, you know.
Dude, look, I'll sign up now.
I told you, the list is full. Feel free to watch from the bleachers, though.
Look, yeah, I'm sorry about this, but anyway, I gotta go skate. I mean, this could be my big break. And who knows, maybe you could impress the pro or something and get in too.
See, at this point, any other regular dude would have just gave up and gone home. But this dude? Nah, he did way too much and came way too far to give up this fast. So you know what he does? Uses his ingenuity again, impresses more people so they can put in more good words for him. He already did that once in Jersey, he can do it again. And you can't have ingenuity without a little bit of luck, because the Birdman, no, not that one, is here to watch the Tampa Am too. So he impresses Tony with his mad skills. They bond over him getting sponsored by Peralta, and Tony does what Tony Hawk does best and gets him into the Tampa Am.
Look,
I can't make any guarantees, but I'll talk to the guys at the contest. Just show up tomorrow.
Think about how many people this dude has impressed to get him to this point. He had to impress the people on Stacy's team. He had to impress Stacy himself. He had to impress the people around town. He had to impress Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk. And he could do it to get himself into the 10th AM. This isn't even half of the shit he's done. We're not even halfway through the fucking game. And he's doing shit like this. But yet, in Underground 2, he's getting passed up for a guy in a fucking body cast. And not only is he getting passed up for a kid in a body cast, he's getting passed up by the same guy who in this very game was on his dick trying to get him to join Element after he wins. You fucking... But you know what? Fuck all that. Let's just skip forward a little bit. Dude gets on a team, does a skate demo, goes to Hawaii, he finds a spot on top of a rooftop, and for some genius reason, he thinks it's a great idea to get Eric to film it for him. After they do some skating, the cops show up, because obviously these two numbskulls aren't supposed to be skating on top of a hotel rooftop. But because our character is a fucking crazy person, you know what he says?
This shot is too good to pass up for the premiere in Vancouver. The chopper's just the icing.
You freaking lunatic! You're gonna get yourself killed!
And I'm gonna pull a McTwist on the way over. Just keep the camera steady.
I get being all about the grind, my guy, but this is kind of ridiculous. Anyway, because this guy is completely fucking insane, he actually wants to go for this shit. And guess what? Oh shit. Look at that shit, man! Jumps over a police chopper, lands the trick, no injuries, lives to tell the tale, and this is the same guy getting treated like a fucking scrub. Make it make sense. So, fast forward to the team video premiere in Vancouver. This slimy, conniving snake Eric stole your footage.
Did I miss my part? Part? You weren't even in it, but Eric's part ruled. He did the sickest rooftop gap I've ever seen. Roof to roof in Hawaii, 40 stories up.
What the? That was my trick and my spot.
Because you, in all your infinite wisdom, decided to trust him again, even after he did you dirty the first time. So, in response, you enter the Slam City Jam as a pro, even though you're not.
You're a pro? They entered you as an amateur.
Someone made a mistake.
And guess what? You win. You, as an amateur, beat out all of the other pros in this competition, including Eric himself. I think I need to repeat that for you. All of the other people in this competition were pros, professional skaters on professional teams, including Eric, regardless of whether he deserved it or not, and you still beat all of them. Unstoppable, this man. So now we're back in Jersey, and TLDR, we got kicked off the team because we got blamed for some shit we didn't do, and guess what, it was Eric's fault. So now it's forever beef. Thank God this dude finally gets the fucking hint, just for us to be cool again in Underground 2, I guess. But anyway, this dude decides he's gonna make his own skate team.
Here you're starting a new team as well. They say you want to cut through all the bullshit. Just hook up some guys that want to see how far they can take skating. You know, a lot of the pros I've been talking to think that sounds pretty cool.
They make a skate video, it does nice, but here comes Eric again. He comes around waving the lost footage in our face, talking about too bad no one ever saw it, and being the skating god he is. What do you think our character does?
What do you say? One last trip around the neighborhood. Winner takes the tape.
Oh, shit, whoops. He challenges Eric to his own line again. And this time, Eric is fucking jumping 30 feet in the air, pulling out fucking pyrokinesis. When has Eric ever been able to do some shit like this? And I know he's supposed to be like dropping Molotovs behind him or something, but first of all, I don't see him throwing shit. And secondly, where the fuck is he getting Molotovs from? Anyway, at the end of all of it, main character beats him and Eric's just sitting there pouting like a little bitch. And at least I assume the video footage got released to everybody and the main character's name was cleared. So, after all the shit I just told you about this man, does this seem like the type of guy you treat like a punk? Bam! No, I didn't think so. So why then does he have to re-earn his respect in Underground 2? Especially with his competition. God damn, man. It's like, yeah, he kinda gets it back. A little bit.
Well, he's not our problem anymore. The Hockaloogie hit rookie swap again, and we got our old teammate back.
But at the beginning, it's still only, hey, I would rather have you be our rookie than Eric because Eric fucking sucks. And you know what? That brings me into my next point, actually. Eric fucking Sparrow. And I know nobody's trying to hear it, because nobody fucking likes him. But he got hoed in the second underground game too. I'm not gonna go into as much detail as I did with the custom skater, but let me just list these off. In the Tampa Am, he places in the street competition. He places in the vert competition. Now granted, the only one that really matters is the trick competition. And you know what? It's just down to you two in the trick competition.
Final round, just you and Eric.
He beats out everyone else just like you do. He only loses to you. Same with the Slam City Jam. He is in a pro competition and beats out everybody else and only loses to you. In the ending portion of the game, he is a great skater. You cannot deny that. No matter how much you may hate him, no matter how much you want to fucking kill him, you cannot say this dude's a bad skater. He's a great skater. He's just second best. Then here comes Underground 2, making him an actual fucking laughingstock.
What's this mean? I finished last for our team, but I'm not going home. Because we tied, huh?
He's getting tossed around from team to team with rookie swaps and shit, but yet he got picked before us. How does that make sense? And the custom skater got picked last. And the weirdest part about it is, these are not new people. These are the same skaters from the last game. They know what we're capable of. We hung out with most of, if not all of them by now, and they're treating us like this. Whether you want to say they might look down on Eric now because, oh, he's a fraud or something like that, cool. But what about me? Or the custom skater? He's not a fraud. They all saw that with their own two eyes. Bam, you were hanging out with this dude in Moscow. Tony, you were hanging out with this dude multiple different fucking times. He even impressed you in Tampa. But to be fair, Tony was a bit nicer about it the whole game. It was Bam, really, who was being the asshole, but I guess that's Bam's character, so I can't really say too much about it. In conclusion,
Operation D's what? D's.